This week on the podcast, Lance wants to know, have you ever seen a turtle get down?
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started, a life is a dream.
Goddamn amateur hour.
I thought you had more to say.
We take weeks off and Lance forgets how to do things. Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Absolute Geek Podcast. I am Matt.
I am Lance.
Hey, it's been a while.
Turn your gain down just a little bit.
No, I'm just screaming to my phone, my microphone. I just want to make sure everyone hears me.
It's good, man. How are you?
Oh, hanging in there, I guess.
Yeah, I know you got some like family shit going on, so I appreciate you being here with me tonight.
Oh, you know, I can't miss a Friday night with my old buddy Lance, who seems to just take off all the time and leave me hanging.
Fucking work. I had a trip with my kids.
Trip with your kids, huh?
What was the thing before that?
You had carpal tunnel from
I got
whatever you do.
Accident.
Yeah, you got an accident.
Fucking totaled my car, dude.
You had whiplash.
I'm still pissed about it.
He was like, I was in a car accident. I think I got whiplash. My ass hurts. I was like, Lance, you don't get whiplash on your ass.
Dude, I was fucking dead. So, like, I was planning on doing the show.
R.I.P. Lance. R.I.P.
Fucking had this.
This isn't Lance. It's just a ghost. It's an AI. It's an AI creation of Lance because Lance apparently died.
I fucking had this awful headache. And I thought, it'll be gone by the show starts. And I think I texted you like 6 o'clock. I was like, dude, I can't do it. Like, I was slamming fucking pills and all sorts of shit trying to make myself feel better. And yeah, that day sucked, dude. I'm still pissed about it. But they gave me a nice little check for my car.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so the car was only worth like $7 or $8 grand, and they gave me almost 11 for it.
Nice.
Well, that's the issue with fucking insurance now. All your insurance rates are going up. I'm sure everybody's noticed. Every company increased their rates because they have something called loss ratio, which is how much money is paid in claims versus how much money they bring in. And it makes everybody's rates go up. So they've paid me, $4 grand over what my car is probably worth.
Nice.
And then we wonder why rates are high. So that's why.
Lucky you.
Or like you listen on the radio, dude, and they're like, Sweet James, it helps you get the most out of your accident claims. And they're like, this person, the insurance company offers 60 grand. And then we went in there and she got 750 million or 750,000. I think it was not 750 million.
I like money.
750,000 of like, yep. Now you know why your rates are up.
I like money.
You don't fucking stand, dude. Insurance are in there to make money too.
They already make money. Insurance is a giant scam. We both work for insurance companies, but it is a giant scam.
Well, you wouldn't need insurance if fucking people were, like auto insurance is what I'm talking about. Auto and property. If people were, insurance wouldn't be as big of a deal if people weren't so litigious, right? Just willing to sue for whatever. Or if people actually took care of their shit. There's so many people driving in the state of Arizona specifically that don't carry insurance. They get into accidents and it just fucks the whole thing. So you need insurance.
Well, here's the thing. If I pay my insurance premiums for a year and I don't use it, that money should be refunded to me.
Yeah, but your insurance premiums are going to the guy that fucking sued the company for. That's what
that guy can lick my butthole.
If
I am a hardworking father of two, I need my insurance rates to be low and my money returned back to me.
If you want, so there is something like that exists. It's called a mutual. Now we're getting into the fucking, but it's called a mutual insurance company, which means the insureds hold a stake in the insurance company, and every year if they have a surplus, meaning that they've collected more money than what they've paid out in claims, then they cut the people that are insured a check. It's never that much, but it's a little bit. So and American Family is a mutual, State Farm's mutual. So if you go to mutual insurance, that's what mutual means. So there's a mutual interest in the claims experience, you know?
I just tuned out. You started talking about insurance, and I was like,
dude, I didn't mean to. I talk about this shit every day for the last 7 years, dude. 9 years almost. Fucking, it's hard to turn that fucking switch off.
I just tuned out. I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Health insurance, you're right though. Health insurance is a fucking racket, dude.
Hey, now you want to take shots at health insurance, but you won't take shots at auto insurance, huh?
No, I believe there's a lot of fucking fucked up shit happening in auto insurance, but health insurance, like, fucking everybody asks for health care, and then my premium goes up from what, $100 every paycheck to $350 every paycheck.
Fuck, I wish mine was that. Mine's 400 every. Oh no, mine's 200 every paycheck. Sorry, $400 a month. But my insurance premiums are fucking outrageous.
And then the deductibles are just like, I have a $4,000 deductible.
That's it.
Well, I pay $350 every paycheck. You pay $2.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, so they get me
That's
one way or
crazy
another.
Talk. Right in the poop chute.
So,
anyways,
lots.
Enough about insurance. Yeah, so much has happened since we were last on.
We had Ghostbusters.
Where to start? Yes, Ghostbusters. Frozen Empire.
X-Men 97.
Dude, so how have you been liking X-Men 97?
I love it, actually. Like, so the last episode had me chuckling so much, and at the end, and not gonna give spoilers yet, the end I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I was so, this latest episode, have you seen it?
I have. I liked the first couple a lot, and then we got that whatever last week's was with that Jean Grey being sucked into the video, or not Jean Grey, but Jubilee being sucked into the video game. I thought that episode was weak.
Felt like a CW throwaway episode.
I thought that episode was real weak, but then they came out with this week, and this week was a banger.
Yes. I had a hard time paying attention to last week's because it didn't feel like it was pushing the story along, and then this week's came out and it does kind of a time jump, right? Because they're talking about shit that happened. So like, you end last week and Storm is, meets up with that guy trying to get her powers back or whatever, and then it seems like a year passes because now all of a sudden, like, Madeline
Pryor is on the council in Genosha.
Yeah, and it just 2 episodes ago, she just figured out that she was even Madeline Pryor. So where the fuck? So it's like a year or 2 has passed in between this episode and the one 2 weeks ago. So that one caught me off guard. But the ending of this one, dude, gut punch. Like, and they sell it. So are we getting in? Are you still gonna have the Lance Slams pills going across the screen?
Oh, my bad.
Oh, I'm gonna get drug tested at work. So we're getting the spoiler territory. I guess we'll talk about X-Men first since it's the easier talk, right?
Yeah.
Spoiler. So Gambit is killed by that Sentinel thing at the end of this one. And that alone,
you think he's killed.
It looks like he was killed. But what really sells the fact that he may be killed is Rogue. The last words of that episode are, "I can't feel you anymore." So, which that like just sold it as far as the gut wrenching part is concerned. Like, I thought that was so beautifully sold, dude. Like, I can't feel you anymore. Like, there's a little bit of heartfelt tension in this cartoon, dude, that I was not expecting. I don't know. You don't think Gambit's dead?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
That's the part that sucks, dude. I want it all at once. Just give it to me. That's what she said. But yeah, dude. Do you think the last episode's gonna have a Deadpool cameo?
I don't know, because there are two ways this could go. If you are a fan of the comics and you have read Grant Morrison's new X-Men run, you know that when this happens in that, and they have the genocide of Genosha, or the Sentinel attack on Genosha, whatever you want to call it. New X-Men 114. It's the bad guy, the confirmed bad guy for the upcoming Deadpool movie that's behind it. But
who's the bad guy in the Deadpool movie? I don't think I know that.
It's Xavier's twin sister, whose name is escaping me now.
I put you on the spot.
Yeah, no. What is her name?
Cassandra Nova.
Cassandra Nova. Thank you. Yes, the minute you said Cassandra, I was like, boop, there it is. Yes, Cassandra Nova. So Cassandra Nova is the twin sister of Charles Xavier, who he supposedly killed in the womb. But she is behind that attack.
At the end of this episode?
She's the one that sends the Sentinels to destroy Genosha. But
not any Sentinels either. These were like Sentinels on steroids.
Yeah. But in X-Men 97, Sinister is the big bad in it. So it could be that Sinister sent them, but it could also play into Deadpool, seeing as they're saying X-Men 97 is canon and Deadpool and Wolverine is the next Marvel movie. So I wouldn't be surprised if she made an appearance on the last episode of this series, for the season. Because it's already been greenlit for 3 more seasons. Like, they fired the showrunner, the guy who created it, and then they greenlit it for 3 more seasons.
So when they did that,
2 more seasons till season 3.
When they did that, I was like, oh no, it's gonna suck. Right? Did you not feel that way? Like, why would you fire the showrunner if the show doesn't suck?
Yeah, I kind of felt that way too.
And then they fired him, and the show comes out, and you're like, wow, this is really good. Why did they fire the showrunner?
Yeah, I don't know. There's something behind it.
Do you think something's going to come out about something he did, and this was a way to get in front of it?
I don't know. They're being pretty hush-hush about it. I mean, they're saying it was creative differences, but...
Well, obviously that guy's right. Whatever they're doing, this is the first good thing they've come out with since Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So whatever that guy's doing, he's doing it right. So the creative differences. Do you think time has come that maybe Kevin Feige is in his own way?
I don't know but see, I don't necessarily think Kevin Feige had anything to do with it. I think Bob Iger is got a lot to do with this, and I don't know. I don't want to sit here and blame Kevin Feige because it's easy to do, but I really think a lot of this has to do with Bob Iger and their course correction that they're trying to do. And I don't want to sit here and say woke this and woke that for Disney because other people have beat that to the band, but he's pretty much said, like, you know, Disney's going to course correct. We're going to stop focusing on telling an agenda and, you know, being woke and dealing with issues, and we're going to just focus on telling great stories, which is what they should have always done.
They say that, and now the casting has come out for the live action Tangled, and people are up in arms again. So they say that apparently they hired which I actually like this girl from the Mean Girls musical. She's Indian, I think.
Oh,
as the main girl. I mean, I don't fucking care. I liked Little Mermaid. I thought that girl was great. I don't care. But all I'm saying is they say that they're done with this woke stuff, and then they hire this girl. So which one is it? Are you more concerned about telling good stories and staying true to the source material, or are you pushing an agenda? Which one is it?
Why not both?
Yeah,
I don't know.
both.
I think
I don't care. All I'm saying is other people on the internet are upset.
Yeah, it's neither here nor there about that, but it's I don't know. I don't think it's Kevin Feige's fault. I don't think Kevin Feige's in his own way. Like I said, I really think it's Iger kind of pulling the strings behind the scenes, and Iger maybe even going over his head and being like, no, this is what we're doing, versus what Kevin Feige wants to do. It seems like kind of a knee-jerk reaction, and it's weird that it happened, and we're still not sure why it happened. And all of that's being said is creative differences, and it very well truly could be creative differences, but I don't know. It sucks because X-Men 97 has been good. I have some issues with it, but nothing crazy.
The only
my issues with
go ahead.
I was gonna say my issue with it is more so on the animation and how it's kind of the same issue I had with What If. It is like their mouths don't match what they're saying, or if they talk and they talk like this, and their mouths get really wide. Like you're like, I could fit an entire Subway sandwich in your mouth right now. Like their mouths get really wide, and it just kind of bugs me at times. But you know, it's been great. It's been a nice little nostalgia ride of sorts.
My one thing that I notice that kind of takes me out of it for a second is this is supposed to be a direct continuation of the original show, right? No time has passed. And
correct, yep.
But when Rogue and Wolverine open their mouths and speak, you can tell those are 60-year-old human beings. Rogue sounds 20 years older, 30 years older than what she was. Wolverine sounds 30 years older than what he was. That takes me out of it a little bit. And I appreciate them saying we're going to get 90% of the original voice actors to return for the show. But at the same point, it's like, okay, well, now it just doesn't sound, the voice doesn't match the body that it's attached to.
I don't think the only one that seems to bother me is Gambit. Gambit's voice.
Well, that's a totally different guy.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, it's not the original guy. They got the guy that does Gambit's voice to do another role in the show. I think he's like the senator or something like that.
Like Wolverine, I don't mind Wolverine. Wolverine's fine. So far it's like just Gambit, but I mean, they went out of their way to make Cyclops a badass, dude. Like Cyclops is badass in the first episode. I don't care what anybody says. I know there's a lot of Cyclops haters out there, but dude, when he's like shooting his energy beam around the floor and like making himself move out of the way to dodge attacks, I was like, hell yeah, man, that's awesome.
He was kind of simp a little bit in the first iteration of the series, and now in this one they've made him like, I don't know, they dialed him up to 11.
He's always kind of a simp.
That scene where he uses his energy blast to like skyrocket into the sky, or he was going backwards or something like that, but used to propel himself. It was fucking badass, dude. I want to see that in live action.
Yeah, it would be sweet, huh?
It just depends on who's playing him.
But yeah, I've really enjoyed X-Men 97 for the most part, and I'm sad to see that it's almost over. Well, I think it's only 8 episodes.
That last episode was just part 1.
Yeah, it was badass, dude.
So
good, so emotional.
Time will tell, man, when season 2 comes out, if firing that showrunner was a bad idea.
Do you think they bring him back? Do you think they reach out to him and say, "Hey, let's figure this out and bring him back"?
Not if it wasn't due to performance. If it was due to this dude did something and it's going to come out, no, I don't think they bring him back.
So you think if it was performance related, they do?
Yeah, because obviously, well, I don't know. Is Disney one to swallow their pride? And
they did with James Gunn.
Well, that was due to, audience pressure, I guess you could say. But nobody's really come out and said, hire this guy back.
They need to hire this guy back.
To the fervor of what James Gunn was. I mean, the 10 o'clock news was talking about James Gunn getting fired. Like, there was that much fervor put behind James Gunn's firing. Pressure. That's what I was looking for. The pressure that they've gotten.
Pushing down on me.
James Gunn was thick, dude. But with this one guy, I can't even tell you his name.
I'm not surprised you like thick dudes.
But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If I was them, I'd swallow I think that's what good business owners do, or good CEOs and stuff
showrunners.
No, not showrunners. I'm talking about like the heads of Disney. I think that's what good business owners do. Admit their mistakes. And yes, they should bring this guy back. Either that or James Gunn should be calling him and saying, "Hey, do you want to do a animated series over here at DC?"
Yeah.
I don't know.
Reboot Batman the animated series.
Oh, dude.
Reboot Spider-Man the animated series.
Oh, dude. There's a little tease in the first episode of X-Men for Spider-Man. In that Daily Bugle paper that flashes across the screen in the corner, it says, "Is Spider-Man a mutant?" So obviously it's connected in some capacity.
I didn't even pick up on that. I'll have to rewatch.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah. It says, "Is Spider-Man a mutant?" on the Daily Daily Bugle? Daily Planet. Daily Bugle. I always get that mixed up. Daily Planet's Superman.
Daily Planet is Superman, yeah.
Yeah.
Daily Bugle.
They're both daily something. I always get them mixed up. But yeah, if they I liked Spider-Man more than I liked X-Men as a kid.
I did too.
And I think X-Men is a couple years older. I think that I wasn't old enough to recognize how good it was when X-Men was around. Now I do. I can watch X-Men and be like, "Oh, this was a good show." But when I was a kid, dude, Spider-Man was everything. Like, that Spider-Man,
radioactive Spider-Man.
The way you think of all those characters in your head from the animated Spider-Man series is what everybody thinks is the prototypical version of that character. Would you agree? Doc Ock.
Yeah, well, I mean, because they're very comic accurate.
Yeah, but that show solidified. I mean, the Rhino is the best I've ever seen him in anything on that show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's easier to be more accurate in animation than live action anyways, but
yeah. But I mean, Doc Ock in the movies was just a dude in a trench coat.
Well, I mean, he had the octacle tentacles and all that, but
still wearing a trench coat. In the cartoon, he's wearing like a tactical thing, and it's all green and yellow, and he's got the goggles and stuff, like, and the orange hair.
In the bowl cut.
In the bowl cut, yep. I don't know, man. That'd be awesome if they brought that out. You got anything more to say about X-Men?
No, I'm good on X-Men.
Okay, let's so you watched the first episode of Fallout. I've watched the first two. I don't have any I didn't know anything about the property except that it was a post-apocalyptic type thing. Because I never played the video game. Did you play the video game?
I've played it a little bit, yeah.
So you had a little bit more knowledge about it going in.
Jesus, Lance, when did you get jaundice?
What happened?
You like turned yellow.
Must be the. I did it again. All right.
The Simpsons. My brother's a huge fan of the Fallout games. I tried to play them. I've never been a big fan of like those first person role playing games, adventure games like that. But so far, I mean, from my knowledge of Fallout, it's the show's been pretty good. I've only watched the first episode. I'm trying to get in to the second one. I just haven't had. We've had people from my wife's friends from England have been in town this week, and we've had family things going on, and so I haven't had a chance. My time has been very minimum. I haven't been getting to bed until like 1:30, 2 in the morning, and all that shit because we've been running around. So I haven't had much time to sit down and watch episode 2 yet. But episode 1 was good. It's super brutal, man. Show's very brutal,
dude. Oh, you haven't watched the last episode, so there's this one scene in the last episode that'll.
So let me spoil it for you.
Yeah,
you haven't watched episode 2, but so let me go ahead and spoil it for you.
Fucking will catch you off guard, dude. That's all I'll say.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. But
it's I think my auto white balance was on. I think that's what was making.
Dude, the best, craziest scene is like after the main chick gets married and she finds out he's a raider and she like attacks him with that blender and then you see his face later. Yeah. Like, oh, dude, that is so brutal.
Yeah, she's kind of a badass, dude. She reminds me of Wendy Peppercorn.
Wendy Peppercorn.
The Wonder Years.
You know who that is, right? Who that actress is? She plays the Jackie in Yellow Jackets, the chick that gets frozen to death and they eat her.
Is that her?
Yeah.
For real?
Yes, yes, sir. Yeah.
I had no idea that was the same girl. Yeah, she's badass. I like her a lot. Who is the guy in the... No, you haven't seen him yet. Yes,
what?
You have.
The guy that gets
in the military.
I don't know who he is.
Oh, he's from that show with
that narrows it down.
The show with fuck, what's that? Kathy Bates, Disjointed. Did you ever watch that?
No, where isn't that where she owns like a pot store or something?
Yeah, it's this dude right here. Let me see. Present, share screen, window. Let's see if I can make this a little. That dude.
Yeah, never seen it.
Yeah, so he's in Fallout. And I was like, where have I seen this guy before? And he plays like a nerdy dude on this. He's like the son of Kathy Bates. And he's like nerdy. He's like Princeton graduate or something like that. And he comes in to like help this failing business. And now he's like in the Marines and in Fallout and stuff. So totally different character. But yeah, this girl is awesome, dude. I don't know what her name is. Ella Purnell. And then my wife said, oh, that's what's his face from Hannah Montana.
Who?
This dude. What's his name?
Oh yeah, it's Flash no, he's not Flash Thompson. But yes, he is in Hannah Montana. I know who you're talking about.
What's his name in that show? Rico,
yeah.
Yeah. I never watched Hannah Montana. I recognized him because he's small and mousy looking. But the best part, dude, and you haven't even gotten a full taste of him yet, is the dude from Walter Goggins from Fights Principles. And I think he was in Ant-Man. And what else has he been in?
He's on
Cecil and Invincible.
Yeah, he was on a sitcom on
The Unicorn.
CBS too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show. But dude, everything this guy is in, Walton Goggins. I thought it was Walton Goggins. Everything he's in, he's the best part of the cast. Would you agree with that?
To an extent, like I'm a very big Danny McBride mark, so I personally like Danny McBride and Vice Principals more, but he does do a good job in Vice Principals.
Well, he elevates Danny McBride, in my opinion, in that show. I don't know how much you can.
I don't know how much you can elevate Mr. Danny McBride. You can't really elevate Kenny Powers.
But he plays a ghoul in Fallout, and easily some of the best scenes I've seen so far in the show feature him. And he's just, there's something about him, dude. Like, I've seen him be a good guy in some stuff, and I've seen him be a bad guy. And when he's a bad guy, the sinisterness of his voice.
Bad guy.
Have you seen him as a ghoul yet?
Yeah.
So when I
saw him as a ghoul in like the first episode.
Oh, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
I think it's the first episode.
So when I saw him as a ghoul, I'm like, dude, he could have been Red Skull.
Yes, he could have.
Like, tell me how good that looks right there.
Yeah, he looks awesome.
It looks like Red Skull. I don't know, dude. Show's fucking sweet, dude. Like, and I was not sure how I was going to feel about it because I don't know anything about fucking Fallout, and so far it's been awesome. I'm excited to get back and watch another one with my esposa.
Yeah, it's different enough from the games to make it interesting.
Is there that much of a narrative in the games?
No. Like, I mean, it's a pretty extensive world. That's for sure, but because it's more of like a choose your own path type thing, and you get to choose your own stuff and things like that. So it's a little different, not a lot different, but a little different.
There's not like set characters.
Oh, there is. You've got the Brotherhood of Steel in there, and you got the ghouls and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's a fun. I don't want to compare it to the game. Like, it's fun. Watch it. You know.
Yeah. I enjoy it. All right, you got anything else to say about Fallout?
No. What can I say about 2 episodes or 1 episode that I've watched? You know,
they're long though. They're long episodes.
Yeah.
They feel long. Like, I don't feel myself at the end of the episode thinking that was too short, like I do with many Disney Plus shows.
Yeah.
And they released all the episodes at once, so there's 8 episodes just right there. I love that shit.
That's a nice change of pace for Amazon.
They did that with the first season of Reacher, and then the second season they're like 1 episode a week.
Well, like Invincible's only been 1 episode a week, and then most of the other shows
2-month hiatus in the middle.
Yeah. Well, it came back. They finished the second season.
Yeah, I watched it. We didn't even talk about that. What are your thoughts on that?
I've kind of lost interest in that show, honestly.
I
think the hiatus did it. No, and I don't see what all the like hullabaloo is about this ending of the season. It was just like whatever to me.
Yeah. I did like kind of the winks to Spider-Man and Batman. I thought that was kind of cool.
Well, they do that in the comic where he goes through different dimensions and meets up with Spider-Man and things like that, but it's cool the way they addressed it in the show without actually using Spider-Man or Batman.
Wait, is it Spider-Man in the comic?
Yeah, he goes into the Marvel universe and teams up with Spider-Man.
How did they get the rights to use him in that?
Well, they I mean, the comic books, it's different, but they obviously didn't have the rights to do it on TV. That's why they made it somebody else who looked like Spider-Man.
And they got a voice actor from some other Spider-Man property to do the voice.
So, but then when he's at Batman, you know, he's sitting there making fun of his name.
Yeah, and all you see is the cape.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. It's pretty cool. The last episode was cool because, and spoiler alert, I'm interested to see what they do, because the last episode you find out that Omni-Man is like, I miss my wife.
Yeah. Whatever that's about.
So that could potentially set up some major drama for season 3. But all right, I'll let you kick this one off. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Oh, I was gonna go with something else.
What were you gonna go with?
The massive news out of CinemaCon that we are finally getting. They finally listened to us. They are finally showing love. No, sir. They are finally showing love to the OG Turtles fans. And it was announced that we are getting a live action R-rated Last Ronin movie.
Yes. I forgot about that. Fuck yeah, dude. That's going to be awesome.
Let's go. So stoked. I want it to be like old, and from what I'm hearing, it's going to be old school Turtles. I want them to go back to like the Jim Henson Muppet, youth.
Yeah.
I want Robbie Reyes or no, Robbie Reyes is fucking Blue Beetle.
The kid from Secret of the Ooze?
No, trying to think of the guy who voiced Michelangelo in the original. Robbie Reist.
Yeah,
was the original voice of Michelangelo. I want him to be back to play Michelangelo as the last Ronin. Give it to me, please, now.
Do you think they cut it into 2 parts?
No.
You think it's going to be one movie, start to finish?
Oh yeah,
that's a long book.
No, I mean, in a comic book sense it is, but in a movie, it's probably like a 2-hour movie. Because they can move through a lot of it. Like, they can show the other turtles dying in flashbacks. They don't have to, like, you don't need a full, you gotta think about it, like in a movie, like, they can cover a lot of ground. Like, because Harry Potter, you're getting an entire, 500-page book in a 2-hour or 3-hour movie. So
that last one they split into 2 movies. I just don't know. I mean,
that's called a cash grab, my friend.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. All these studios want a cash grab.
Could they do it in 2 parts? Yeah, but
like you end right at the big fight scene with Shredder's grandson.
Well, that's the end of the book. Then you might as well just end it there.
Wait. Isn't there a big fight in the middle?
Well, yeah, where he like almost gets killed and then jumps out a window. You could do that, but I don't want that, dude. Give me the full thing. 1 movie, 2.5 hours. Let's go,
dude. I'm down for
old school style. Give it to me like the original '90s movie. Give me more.
It may be one of, if not the best book that I've ever read.
So
it's
stoked. Can't wait. 2025. Ugh.
See, I
it's
thought
one from 6 to midnight just thinking about it.
They're saying Paramount won this whole CinemaCon thing.
Well, yeah.
Announced a new Transformers movie with, I guess, Chris Hemsworth is voicing Optimus Prime.
That's weird.
Right? Because I don't know about that.
It's Transformers G.I. Joe that's spinning out of Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
Well,
you see the little you see the little teaser at the end.
They have Transformers and Transformers G.I. Joe. They announced 2 movies. And Scarlett Johansson's playing Vox or Volt or something like that. So they got a lot of.
I wonder if Chris Hemsworth's going to play a G.I. Joe.
No, it said the voice of Optimus Prime.
That's weird.
What I read.
Why wouldn't you just get, was it Peter or something or other that's...
So it's called Transformers 1. Chris Hemsworth is Optimus Prime. Brian Tyree Henry is Megatron. Scarlett Johansson is Alita. Lawrence Fishburne is Alpha Trion. John Hamm is Sentinel Prime. Keegan-Michael Key is Bumblebee.
Wait, is that live action or is that animated? Because I thought they announced one live action one, which is the Transformers G.I. Joe, and then an animated one, which is, I think, the Chris Hemsworth one.
It doesn't say. It says Chris Hemsworth will voice a young Optimus Prime. Brian Tyree Henry, the voice of young Megatron. Introduce a first look of the 3D scene from Transformer 1's. Oh, Paramount's animated story based on the Hasbro toy. So it is animated.
I pay attention.
Well, I caught everything but that.
I pay attention.
You're the one that said Chris Hemsworth is playing a G.I. Joe. Wrong.
No. I just said it's weird that he's voice Optimus Prime. Are you sure he's not playing a G.I. Joe?
But apparently he's playing someone young. I want to see Pete Davidson back. That's one of the best parts of Rise of the Beast.
Well, he might be back in the live action stuff.
I hope so.
But
I liked him a lot. And they
the
don't
other
even, like, market him in Rise of the Beast. You notice that? I went into that movie having no idea that he was the voice of that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Transformers is cool. What else did Paramount announce at Cinema?
The reboot of Scary Movie.
Is it a reboot or a continuation?
No, it is a reboot. It is a reboot of the first Scary Movie.
Did anybody ask for that?
Nope. But that's Hollywood, baby. Giving you shit nobody asks for.
Are we giving them a little grace because they announced the Ninja Turtles movie?
I mean, I love the first Scary Movie. It's a nostalgia watch for me. I'll watch a remake if it's funny.
Yeah, I guess.
Does it need to? No, but...
So this, and I'm not saying you're wrong or anything, this is just saying a new installment from the Scary Movie comedy franchise. It probably is a reboot. A live-action R-rated adaptation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin. Untitled Damien Chazelle film. I don't know what that is. G.I. Joe Transformers crossover film. Bee Gees biopic directed by Ridley Scott. Star Trek Origins film written by Seth Grahame-Smith. The Running Man remake directed by Edgar Wright. This one I was excited about. You remember The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes.
Edgar Wright's doing a remake, and sign me up for anything Edgar Wright. Naked Gun remake starring Liam Neeson, and no, it can't be starring Liam Neeson. No. Is Liam Neeson Taken?
Yes. You're thinking of Leslie Nielsen.
Okay, because that's the original Naked Gun. That guy's dead. A new original horror film titled Vicious, starring Dakota Fanning. A new musical from South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone with Kendrick Lamar.
Which will probably be something South Park related, I'm sure.
Yeah. Paw Patrol 3. Who cares? Mutant Mayhem sequel. We knew that was coming out. And Aang, The Last Airbender, with the voice cast featuring Eric Nam as Aang. And Dave
so stoked for that.
Yeah, if they do it well. The show was awesome.
It's a continuation of the animated series, so it's like the Adventures of Aang after the book 3. Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Because the first live action movie they did. Oh, so this is Aang the Last Airbender is animated then.
Yes.
But it's a continuation of the show?
It's a continuation of the Nickelodeon cartoon.
I thought he died at the end of the Nickelodeon cartoon.
No, he was still alive. He dies. He's dead in The Legend of Korra, but at the end of the Last Airbender cartoon, he is still very much alive.
I haven't watched it, so I wouldn't have known. But
well, you need to get on that.
Well, I might now because I like the freaking live action so much. And if I watch
the cartoon's so much better than the live action.
Well,
I love the live action, don't get me wrong, but the cartoon is just so much better.
So One Piece was awesome. Tried
One
watching
Piece
the
is good.
cartoon and it went over my head.
Well, yeah, your sense of humor alone, I really think you'll like Avatar: Last Airbender.
Something I should watch with my boys though. Maybe
Absolutely.
even my daughter.
Absolutely, your daughter. I think all your kids would love it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. And they got a sneak peek of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. They got to see Shadow in
Yeah.
action,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of makes me want to go to CinemaCon next year. If that's the kind of shit they're getting to see.
You got a little bit of Deadpool Wolverine teaser there.
Yeah. Gladiator 2.
Dropping F bombs. Yeah, you gotta look at Gladiator 2.
I hear from the sneak peek that they got, Gladiator 2 is phenomenal.
There's a lot of stuff that came out of CinemaCon. Thunderbolt. You got your first look at Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross in the Captain America: Brave New World.
Mm-hmm.
Interacting with Anthony Mackie's Captain America, asking him to restart the Avengers initiative. Yeah.
We will see how that goes. I mean, I thought Harrison Ford should have been Ross from day one.
Thunderbolt Ross.
But yeah, it definitely makes me more excited for movies coming up.
We also got a title change for Thunderbolts.
What's the title change?
It's got an asterisk next to it, so it's just Thunderbolts asterisk.
What does that mean?
I don't know. That's just what they just add an asterisk to the end of it. I don't know.
Letting you know.
Got a lot of fans speculating though.
Gonna be a subtitle.
Yeah, they don't know if it's gonna be they're like, it's confirmed that Kevin Feige confirmed that Thunderbolts asterisk is now the official title at CinemaCon, and people are like, well, what does the asterisk mean? Is it actually not the Thunderbolts and they're actually the Dark Avengers? Are they gonna start out the Thunderbolts and become the Dark Avengers? We don't. There's been no real clarification.
They've been known to troll prior.
So it's probably going to change, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
But
they've been known to troll. Yeah. So a lot of news coming out of CinemaCon. What about the one that you and I were most excited for that Max told us he didn't really like?
Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters.
I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was. I loved the continuation of the Afterlife stuff. I'm really liking this new cast. I loved the original bad guy, and we didn't go back to Zool or Vigo from the second Ghostbusters. We got
not a
fresh
rematch.
Original bad guy. I thought some characters were like, let's be honest, as much as I love Peter Venkman and I love Bill Murray, he was pretty much wasted in this movie.
Yeah, he kind of felt a little bit shoehorned, didn't he?
A little bit. And he wasn't like I said, he wasn't necessary in there. Really at all.
Well, it kind of lives up to the lore that is Bill Murray, right? Like
that he just shows up and nobody knows if he's actually going to be there. Yeah.
So they it's almost like they wrote a scene where he's not super pivotal to the main plot line. And they kind of make a joke of it too. Like he knocks on the door. It's like, I heard you guys might need some help. You know what I mean? Like that's how he shows up. So, although he was in it earlier, didn't they wasn't he in the facility where they were holding all the ghosts and he was like running a test on the fire starter?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
at that point.
So he was in the movie quite a bit, but well, in that one, I shouldn't say quite a bit. He was in the movie in that one scene that, for whatever it was worth, just to add that, add depth to that character or whatever. But, and you never even really see the fire. All of a sudden, just the fire starter knows how to like control the flames and
yeah,
So,
which I thought Kumail Nanjiani was hilarious.
He was,
which he
typically
is.
It almost felt like he was from a different movie. Like he didn't even need to be in this movie, and it still would have been the same.
And how many movies is this dude gonna be put in where they make him look like a bro from South Beach?
Right.
With the bleach blonde tips. He's wearing a tank top in some of it. And he's all ripped up and stuff now. And he looks like he just got off of a surfboard.
Yeah.
Which is not true to who I believe Kumail Nanjiani is as a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the dude's like a stand-up dude, family man, really smart. I don't know if you've seen The Big Sick. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I saw it in theaters.
And they constantly put him in these things where he's playing the dumb guy, the lackluster, zero ambition type dude. And I don't know how much I believe it. I still like him though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My one thing is, are they ever going to get away from the original cast and let the kids be the focal point of a movie? Because it does feel like maybe they're relying a little bit too much on bringing back the OGs. And this movie, the one thing, because the first movie, it felt like Phoebe was the main character. In this movie, it's almost like she takes a step back and it becomes Paul Rudd and Finn Wolfhard's movie.
What?
They're in a lot more of it.
Yeah, but they kind of treat Trevor's character like a joke. So I wouldn't say that he's more focused in it.
Paul Rudd definitely is. I mean, he's the main person on the posters. He was the main.
Yeah, he definitely is a more focal point, but because he's now their stepdad instead of just Mr. Gruberson.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would still say Phoebe was pretty much very forefront. Some of the characters that I loved from Afterlife took a big back seat, like Podcast.
He's barely in it.
Took a big back seat. But see, I'm okay with them including the OGs in kind of like what they did with Ray, where he's kind of like this mentor
the guru.
that Phoebe can go to, because that was her grandfather's best friend. So,
right,
he's kind of like that mentor role, and Winston is the bankroll, and he's kind of making Ghostbusters go international. So I'm kind of okay with those two. Like, again, like I'm glad they didn't bring back Egon in ghost form.
Yeah, let him rest. I don't think they ever would.
I don't think we need, this franchise doesn't need Bill Murray anymore.
I'm okay if he's there. Just either make him like a pivotal plot point or don't. Like, don't just
give me Rick Moranis. Give me my Rick Moranis.
If they put Rick Moranis in the next movie, I think the internet would explode. Like that.
Probably.
Back. They've asked him 2 times now to come back. And he says, "Oh no, he never likes the way it's written, or he doesn't believe like it's."
I just think that dude's such a wholesome dude. Like remember, this dude gave up acting to go raise his kids after his wife died. I kind of just think that like he's just that wholesome dude, and he's not gonna come back with the way Hollywood is and how much, well, not just that, but and Boston and Scandal. I don't think he is in any hurry to come back to Hollywood. Like, he came back for that scene in what was that ABC show he did? That just ended last year. Not Wahlbergs, the
Goldberg.
Greenbergs or Goldbergs.
Yeah,
he came
plays
back in the Goldbergs.
Darth Helmet, right?
Yeah. So, there's definitely, I think, interest, but I don't think he wants to get back into Hollywood just because of how, like, embroiled
and do a movie like every 10 years. He doesn't have to be in Hollywood. I mean, look at Tom Holland. Tom Holland doesn't live in Hollywood. He's rarely at events. He himself has said, I don't want to be of Hollywood. There's a lot of actors that are going that route. A lot of actors now. Mark Wahlberg lives in Texas. They've all left Hollywood. They're still doing their careers. They're just not in.
He's a transformer.
They're not in the thick of it. You know what I mean? Like,
into the thick of it. Into the thick of it.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you can still do this stuff. I mean, how many actors live in
the thick of it?
The UK. Benedict Cumberbatch and Chris Hemsworth lives in Australia. You can still be in Hollywood, but not be of Hollywood. And I don't know if maybe he thinks that maybe he's not strong enough to do that or what. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but we as fans of Ghostbusters want to see Rick Moranis again. And I think that...
Do we, though?
You don't?
No, I do. I absolutely do.
I also want to see, there was rumors that they were doing another Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with Josh Gad playing the kid. Rick Moranis needs to come back for that too.
Josh Gad playing Rick Moranis' kid. He looks nothing like the kids in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be like the little one from Honey, I Blew Up the Baby?
I guess. I mean, enough time has passed.
Fucking awful.
Honey, I Blew
Why is it that they do these remakes and then they're just like, oh, we're just gonna get Josh Gad to play this character?
What else is he?
The only character I want to see Josh Gad play is Matt in the revival of The Rocker 2 with fucking Rainn Wilson.
Oh,
the Rocker. Yeah.
When
I want to see him come back as being Matt, the drummer of ADD and The Rocker 2.
Was so hot in that movie.
Yeah, she was.
I love that movie. Do you know the lead singer is a woman now? The dude from that movie.
Yes, I did.
And he was dating the girl from Schitt's Creek.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, not the main girl, the one that works at the hotel.
Oh.
She's like best friends
Stevie.
with yes. So
Teddy Geiger was the dude's name, I believe.
Yeah. I thought for the longest time he was the lead singer of All American Rejects.
No. He had that one real big hit in like early 2000s with that For You I Will or whatever it was.
Yeah. But tell me he
with
doesn't
Kristen
look like
Cavalier.
the dude from All American Rejects.
Kinda. But
like, I don't know, dude. I feel like this is the same fucking dude.
But yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I'm excited about the future of Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like we're gonna get a third one. It did well in the box office despite the massive amounts of critic backlash on it. The fan support was there, so it looks like we're gonna get another one. I'm super stoked for it. It looks like I said we're gonna go, but the teaser at the end of it, we're gonna go worldwide. So,
I just hope they don't leave the. Yeah, dude. I think this is the same fucking dude. It's the same fucking dude.
It's not.
But you can see where I'm like drawing this conclusion, though, right?
I see where yes, I'm picking up what you're laying down.
That's what she said.
Hey, oh,
Hey, oh,
I got him.
same fucking dude. I don't know. Yeah, I just hope they don't do like. Remember when Men in Black went international?
Here come the Men in Black.
And it was supposed
Well,
to
just
be like
add
the
Chris
whole-
Hemsworth into this.
Well, he was already in a Ghostbusters movie.
Here come the Men. No, I'm talking about Men in Black International.
Oh yeah, who was the girl in that? Was it ScarJo?
No, the International was the chick who plays Valkyrie.
Yes, it was. You're right. I like her a lot. I actually liked Men in
Here
Black.
comes the Men in Black. We're going international. Here come the Men in Black.
Yeah, but I don't know. I hope that it's, hey, we've got a big problem in England. Phoebe, can you come help us type thing? Not, oh, hey, let's start the movie. Phoebe is now recruiting people. And then the rest of the movie is fucking Chris Hemsworth in a Ghostbuster suit. Or Ryan Reynolds. Probably Ryan Reynolds. Or Ryan Gosling. It's probably going to be Ryan Gosling. They're going to try to find some way to cash in on that one.
But I'm all for some more Ghostbusties.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm surprised they haven't come out with a new animated
Musty Busties, Ghost Tusties.
You know what I mean? Like, the animated shows were so successful. Like, why haven't they done that yet?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, do you got anything else you want to?
No, I think that's it. A lot of great stuff coming down the pipeline.
This summer's gonna be good. It's gonna be a little less Marvel centric, I think.
Yeah,
but there's gonna be a lot of good movies coming out. We've
already good movies coming out. Like, if you go check out Civil War, if you're an indie film fan and you like A24, go check out Civil War. I watched it tonight. I'm gonna wait for Lance to see it before we talk about it, but it was surprising. It's definitely not the movie I thought it was based on the TV spots and the trailers. So, but it was still super good.
Well, Jesse Plemons, I'm here for anything that dude does.
Shout out Kristen Dunst, who killed it in this movie.
Oh, she did? That's good to hear.
She's looking a little rough. She's not quite like Spider-Man 1 Kristen Dunst anymore, but she got to be pushing. She still
50.
killed it. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. But her and Jesse Plemons are married in real life, right?
No, I did not.
The other dude that's in that from Breaking Bad and
no, I didn't know they were married.
Yeah, they've been married for a while. But
he always plays this weird, like, because in this one, in this movie, he plays this like kind of like weird militant dude, who, spoiler alert, I mean, you kind of see it in the trailer. His whole like little group wipe out this entire town, and they're making a mass grave. But like he always kind of plays that weird, like, emotionless dude. Because even in the have you ever seen the movie Game Night where he's the police officer?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Game Night's awesome.
But that's cool. That I did not know they were married. Good for him.
Yeah, they've been married for a while.
But she fucking kills it, this movie, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah. Go check out some movies, man.
Yeah, now's a good time to be going to the movie theater.
Heck yeah.
All right, man. Well, I guess we'll talk next week.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks everyone checking out. Oh, by the way, she's only 41 years old. She was born in 1982.
She's only 2 years older than me?
Yep. Apparently so. But she looks like she's seen some shit.
So you're saying I've got a chance?
No, she's married.
Doesn't mean anything. No, I'm just kidding. Don't tell my wife I said that.
Yeah. But all right, thanks everyone for. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say I just had the biggest crush on her when I was a kid. So
yeah. All right, well, thank everyone for checking out the show this week. If you like this show, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as it goes a way to help us make more content. And leave a comment below if you saw what you thought about Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, if you saw that, or what you thought about Civil War. And then until next time, I'm not going to say next week because we've been very flake eye as of late.
inconsistent.
Yes. So, and on that note, for this episode of Absolute Geek Podcast, I'm Matt.
I am Lance.
And we'll see you next time.
All you freaks and geeks.
Come all you freaks and geeks. Let's
listen to Absolute Geek.
We'll go ahead
and Lance is gonna spread his cheeks.
and drink some Cosby wine.
We'll drink some Cosby wine. It makes me feel real fine. See you next time on the Absolute Geek.